lights are bright, candles flicker through the night. Every headline in the morning paper's telling you what's real, but I see hidden messages beneath the reels. Ancient stones carved under desert skies whisper secrets they still hide. Ooh. Are we just puppets on the strings of news and TV screens, or explorers in our minds when the trees aglow? Ring the bells, unwrap the truth beneath the mistletoe. Sip the brew of ancient rites where spirit rivers flow. Aliens watching from the stars as snowflakes start to fall. Programmed by the headlines, let's break free tonight, one and all. Children dream of Santa's sleigh, but I'm flying in my mind on a ship of sacred plants, ayahuasca's gifts unwind. Pyramids and ruins pulse with knowledge lost and found. We can crack the code beneath the merry-go-round. Under twinkling Christmas lights, we question what we know. Magic's in the mystery beneath the falling snow. Ring the bells, unlock the truth beneath the mistletoe. Sip the brew of ancient rites where spirit rivers flow. Aliens watching from the stars as snowflakes start to fall. Programmed by the headlines, let's break free tonight, one and all. Ring the bells, unwrap the truth beneath the mistletoe. We'll rewrite all the secrets in the glow. Ho, 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 let the real story show.
Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to Nomas Podcast Live. We have 15 days till Christmas.
Alright, we're about to get started now.
Welcome to Nomas Podcast Live, where we will react to videos, talk about current trending events, and possibly one or two conspiracies. So let's sit back, relax, and let's chat.
Nomas.
What's going on, Julie Cakes? I think so far for the live, I think you might be the only one joining in today. And I know it's more than likely my fault. I haven't been going live every single day. And whoever watches this after I post a live, I've been sick for the past 2 days. My daughter got sick on Sunday. She threw up. I think she caught some sort of stomach virus, and then what happened is the next day she threw up after I took her to the playground. Then come Monday after work, I told the family I was going to get us like some tacos from a place that we usually always go to. Next thing you know is we went to this place, Taco Machine. We came, we ate. Next thing, my daughter threw up again. And now, afterwards, I went to the restroom. I started feeling so freaking bad. I started sweating. Turns out Chelo started feeling bad as well. She threw up. I threw up. Everybody freaking threw up. Long story short, I ended up looking it up, and it appears that since I'm a new father, she barely has a year and a couple of months. So she's about to be a year and 6 months. So I looked it up, and apparently it's when a baby catches like a stomach virus of some sort, your baby or your kids can easily pass it on to you, to the parents. And yeah, so apparently that's exactly what happened. And we all got sick. So that happened Sunday. First, my daughter getting sick. Then come Monday, Tuesday, we were all freaking sick, still throwing up. Today being Wednesday, I feel a little bit better. Still, like, I'll feel some, like, a little bit of a sharp pain in my stomach here and there, but not as bad as the other days. So that's why I'm here. First and foremost, I want to say thank you, Julie Cakes, for joining us. Damn, why is this so small? Let me edit this. I don't know why it got super small. I see you right there. Let me fix that. So I see you, Julie Cakes. And then also I see Cynthia. Thank you for joining. Now that's freaking huge, man. What the heck's going on with my things? I need to fix that again. But yeah, thank you for joining. Honestly, to be quite frank, I don't have any structure for today's live. More than anything, I just wanted to come and chat with whoever came on stream. More than anything, why? Because one of the things that I mentioned is I wanted to commit to doing every single day of live streaming. And even if I didn't have anything planned out, I wanted to hop on and just practice coming and talking and, just having a conversation with whoever joins live, right? So something that aside from us getting sick, something that I wanted to talk about is about the difficulties of, trying to be a content creator and also trying to go live every single day, right? And I think one of the biggest things that I think the majority of people like ourselves that are still working our 9 to 5s is that it's very, very hard to do a hobby, especially when you have family, or if you want to come up with an endeavor, a business of your own. It's super, super hard. And I feel like with time is very limited and very scarce, that you have maybe 2-3 hours at the most for yourself, right? Especially if you have little kids. And that's something that I've learned. Like right now, we put the baby to sleep right now around 7:30. So I literally had only a couple minutes to get ready for today's live. But something that I learned so far with doing these lives more consistently, which I haven't been doing every single day, and I feel super guilty about not being able to do it aside from me being sick. But I learned that I need a lot more help, and that eventually that's something that I want to get a team going, or somebody that I can easily just do my lives, right? And they can clip up my parts, clip up different clips and reels, and do all the post-production for me right now. If you guys didn't know, I think I've spoken about this in the past, that after I do the live stream, it's myself hopping on the computer, clipping them, and then sending it to an editor so the editor can put the captions, put the overlays if there's videos, or let's say we're talking about a specific subject, the person will put all the different pictures or videos on top of it, so they make it look nice overall, so I can just go ahead and post onto social media. But I realized that I need to find that extra help so they can do all that extra stuff myself. But that's one of the biggest things that I struggle with right now, that many times I feel like I don't know if any other person will be able to capture those funny moments, capture those motivational moments, or let's say if somebody in the stream or in the podcast says something very meaningful that we can clip, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to clip at the specific moment that I feel like they should have clipped. But I know eventually I have to get better, and I have to find the right people, the right team, because honestly, I thought I was going to be able to keep up with posting every single day, creating so much footage from my live streams. But I realized, no, it's been the total opposite. I think I've posted less by going live more, because now I have even less time to do the post-production. But yeah, Mr. Hamster 7590. What's up, bro? Long time no see. Yeah, bro. I was just talking about that we were sick. Myself and the family, we were sick. So I don't have a structure for today. If you missed that part, I don't have a structure for today's live. I'm just talking about a little bit of the struggles that I've been going through as far as posting every day or going live every single day. So more than anything, if you guys, whoever's watching this live, if you guys have a specific topic or anything you guys want to talk about, even if it's nothing like trending or anything of conspiracies or anything like that, I just want to be able to chat with anybody that's here. I know Cynthia was just here, Julian, Julie Cakes, and now Mr. Hamster. I just want to talk today, to be honest, and I might keep this very, very short. Now, tomorrow I will have like video reactions and things like that. I might even have a guest on. They confirmed with me already. It might be Jesse joining us. And I do have some up and coming guests lined up. But for today, honestly, I just wanted to chat. I just wanted to hop on, let you guys know what's been going on, my struggles that have been going on, not only on me getting sick, the family getting sick, just the struggles of going to work, feeling sick. By the way, I had to do a presentation yesterday. Yesterday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Keep in mind, I had just thrown up the night before. Like I was waking up at 2 in the morning, even I think 2, and then 4 in the morning, I woke up to throw up, and I had to be up by 5 something in the morning to get ready and then go to work. And I gave my presentation at 7:30, at 7 in the morning. And believe it or not, a lot of people were giving me, like, I guess you can say props, so that they liked my presentation. What it was is I came up with the tool for work, and it's very useful for estimating purposes. That's what I do for a living. I do proposals and estimates, and people really liked my idea, my progress improvement, and they were actually impressed by my presentation. Now, something that I do say that has helped me is me going live and having like a conversation with you guys has helped me tremendously. Why? Because all I did was I had a PowerPoint slide that they had on a projector, and different bullet points. And what it was very similar to what I do here on live. For you guys that don't know, and I'll even show you guys exactly what I have, so in case you guys are ever interested on the way that I do my live streams, which these are the videos that I'm probably going to be talking about tomorrow, but this is something that I do right here. So what I do here is usually I have I save a lot of videos on my TikTok. And what I do is I'll come up with like a title or some sort of like a headline almost, and then I'll put the link to those videos. So that's exactly what I do. I'll have like 4 or 5 of them that I know they're very interesting, and then from there I spark the conversations, and this has helped me tremendously, and it helped me tremendously yesterday that I had to present, because now I have a little bit more practice when it comes down to like having a bullet point and being able to yap and give my 2 cents, my opinion, my analysis about certain thing, or having a reflection regarding that specific topic, even at times if I'm not fully prepared. But all of this has helped me to kind of like think on the fly, and I guess, and I still struggle with all of this, right? And I realized that all the people that were presenting, everybody was freaking nervous. My coworkers were nervous. 2 other coworkers were nervous to present, and 2 other people that are, I wouldn't say have higher positions, but I guess they're pretty well educated. They went to school and things like that. Even they were freaking nervous, and you could hear their voice shake a little bit. It's crazy. And I mentioned this to my friends and a couple of, I think I've even mentioned it here on the live and on the podcast, that it's so crazy that most of us, and if not the majority of people, have a fear of public speaking, but it's so crazy to me that we talk on a day-to-day basis, but just the simple fact of standing up in a group of, people with blank stares just looking at us, it gets us in that, I guess, in that state. And believe it or not, I was having a conversation with ChatGPT, and I asked for so many different, I guess, the different practices and advice on like what's going to help me get calm, what's going to help me prepare for the presentation, even though the presentation was only for like 2-3 minutes, right? I think mine was like no more than 5 minutes for sure. But honestly, all it was just breathing techniques and feeling grounded, like feeling present. One thing is like make sure if you're because at times you won't even realize, right? But you're just so much in your head that just feeling your feet on the ground will help you get grounded. Why? Because you get back into the sense of feeling present in the moment, into yourself. So I felt that. I made sure that, okay, I'm grounded. I can feel the floor under me. So, okay, I'm here. Now, you just breathe. Take a deep breath for, I think it's 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds and let it out. I think this is a technique that I think they mentioned Navy SEALs do this whenever they're in scenarios that it's very high paced and things of that sort. So having those little things like that helped me. And then another thing too was just when you're talking and giving a presentation, just make sure if you find a familiar face or somebody that you can feel comfortable with, just talk to that person, give your attention to this person, and as if you're just talking to them, and then like navigate to the other person, and it'll help you feel more at ease. Now, something else that I did was, even like I mentioned, I was throwing up a couple hours before my presentation, and something that I did mention, and this is something that I had kind of planned out in case I was nervous or in case of whatever, but I was nervous a little. Oh, this is another thing I learned too, is that they say that anxiety and being nervous, it's very similar to being anxious. So being nervous and anxious is very similar to being excited. So all it takes is to shift the mind from being nervous and anxious to like, no, I'm going to take that same energy and switch it to being excited. I'm excited to present what I know. So there's a lot of different techniques that I learned and really truly helped me to do that. So something else that I did to kind of break the ice, even in referring back to me being sick, I was like, look, just FYI, I was sick, throwing up last night, and that's why I have my what is it called, the not Gatorade, but the thing like electrolytes. I had this drink with me, and I'm like, just an FYI, I was throwing up last night. So I want to mention that you guys in the front row, you guys are in the splash zone. I even had like a trash bag in my hand, and like, just an FYI, people kind of chuckled, but that helped break the ice, right? Because people started laughing, kind of like making little jokes, like things like that. So now it felt more of a like easier crowd now. So it truly helped me out. But all of that has been part of like just hopping here on doing lives and just talking. And before, and I've mentioned this in the past, before doing lives, before hitting the live button, I would have to take a shot, drink a beer, and not that I'm perfect, not that I've like surpassed that yet. Maybe there's times when I'm still like sipping on a drink or something. But the stress of me going live has diminished a little bit. And I want to get to the point that I can actually just feel at ease without having anything extra into my system, that I can just talk and shoot with you guys and go over different videos and just talk with you guys and just create more of a community. By the way, I'm thankful for every single person of you guys that joins in the lives or watches these lives afterwards. I do see Mr. Dondi Man box breathing. So that's what it's called, box breathing. I didn't know the actual terminology to that, but yeah. More than anything, I just wanted to say, like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago today, I just wanted to talk. So if you guys have any specific topics that you guys want to yap about or anything trending, do let me know. So maybe I can look it up. And like I said, tomorrow I will be having, kind of like more of a structure video to go over a couple different videos. So I'm going to have a guest, but for today, I just want to chat and have a good time with you guys. So if you guys have any ideas for any topics that you guys want to talk about, as you guys can see right now in the screen, we have 15 days till Christmas. Freaking mind blowing. And I still haven't even put my freaking lights outside of the house. We have the tree somewhat set up. We have my daughter's gifts that we still need to wrap. I still need to put the lights outside. Life happens so fast. And I give props to every single person out there that puts up their lights outside of their houses. That is very, like, now I see things so much different, right? People that have kids, and especially if they're good parents, right? Because it takes a lot of effort to do so. Like after work, all my time I want to dedicate to my daughter. So I give a shout out to every single parent out there that is trying their best in life. I'm not saying that you have to be the perfect parent, but as long as you're trying to be a good parent, that's very, very admirable. So, Mr. Dondi Man, are Labubus evil? So I have heard about this in the past, and some people say that Labubus are evil, and I think there's a lot of speculations with that, right? My thought process is that somebody just came up with this design, this Labubu dolls, and just took off from there, right? And then from there, at that point, just people come up with their own theories on whether these Labubus are truly evil or not. But I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think it's just one of those trends, and then people will give it a meaning for. But if you have any feedback to that, do let me know. In the meantime, if you have any more input to the Labubus being evil or not, please do let me know. I'll start looking at TikTok, see if something pops up for Labubus in the meantime, or if somebody knows any stories behind Labubus. I think as the chat, I will right now. Labubu dolls being evil. Let me see. Evil. Here, let me see what I find.
If you have one of these in your home, be careful, because these little dolls are going viral online and people are saying that it carries some serious demonic energy. Now, these are called Labubu dolls, and they've been getting so popular that fans are waiting in line for hours just to get their hands on one. I mean, a fan tried giving one to Katy Perry during her concert, and Katy Perry just knocked it out of her hand. That's how weird it is, and I'll show you that full clip in a second. But the creator said that it's inspired by Nordic mythology, but many are comparing it to Pazuzu, which is a Mesopotamian demon.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. But by the way, they say that Katy Perry is all into the whole freaking like in that she's in that group of celebrities that have quote unquote sold out, right? So it doesn't make sense that she would be knocking it out.
And known for bringing chaos. And it sounds like that's what's happening, because people are sharing their experience with this doll on social media, and some people are saying they feel like they're being watched, they're waking up with scratches, they're having terrifying nightmares, and one little girl was even caught on camera telling her mom that the eye color changed of the doll. Now, I don't know how believable all of that is, especially the physical stuff, but I do believe if you bring in some dark energy willingly into your home, that it can mess with you spiritually. The weirdest part of it all
Okay, so that's one of the things that I just spoke with D on the last live, right? I think we were talking about, so it doesn't make sense how an item can bring bad energy or good energy. But to D's point, what she was mentioning was that it doesn't matter what the item is. Ultimately is what the energy was given to that item. So maybe a labubu can be with a good energy or bad energy, depending on what was provided or sent to that doll.
Of course, there's a Simpsons episode with a Pazuzu doll, and it possesses Maggie the baby, and then everything turns into chaos. But many celebrities have been seen rocking these things, like Rihanna and Kim Kardashian, but Katy Perry is one that does not. Just take a look to see what happens when a fan tries to give her one of these things. If you have one of these in your home, be
Yeah, I don't really think about the I'm not buying the whole Katy Perry thing because, like I said, Katy Perry is one of those celebrities that sold out, I guess, right? I've seen many of different videos of Katy Perry, the before and now the current Katy Perry. At times you'll see Katy Perry glitching. Not sure if you guys have seen those videos where she's like, I think one of her eyes is twitching and she looks just off. But yeah, so I think it might be the whole fact of like the energy provided to that doll. But let me see. So I think they asked for, I don't know, they asked for one for Christmas, huh? And then, but I want no more paranormal activities at home. So have you ever experienced any paranormal activity at home by any chance? If so, if you ever want to share. By the way, I will mention though, and knock on wood, but I will mention that every time that we've talked about like anything like paranormal, things like that, like on some of the podcast episodes that we've done, even here with Cello or anything that we're referring to any of that, for some reason, and this is all Christmas vibes. This is the time of Christmas and Santa, but it's always freaking. You just feel uneasy, right? Because you're just providing that energy into your home, and so that's why I try to avoid all of that as much as possible, because it's true. And then also, as a matter of fact, there's been a couple of times when we have spoken about like paranormal activity and things of that sort, and my audio has glitched, and it's weird because of it's happened only for those specific type of podcasts. So all of that is real for sure. Like I have no doubt in my mind that all of that is real. So yeah, so Labubus, according to this creator and to some people speculating that there is some truth to that. But let me see what Chad has to say, and then I think Chad many times will provide kind of like a basic answer, but let's see what it has to say. Before I go to Chad, let me see. I like to say it was the wind, but all the windows are closed, but I try to ignore it for the most part. Yeah, for sure. Like we always try to find some sort of rationale to that. So yeah, I'm with you for sure, because the more focus you give to certain things, the more you attract it, right? So I totally understand. Here, let me ask chat. Yo, what's going on? Hoy Nomas chat. Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you loud and clear. What's up?
All right, so we are doing a live stream right now, so say what's up to the chat.
Absolutely. What's up, everyone in the chat? Hope you're all doing great out there. Let's have some fun on this live stream.
Cool. So, okay, Mr. Dondyman asked, apparently his children asked for a Labubu doll, but his question is there some truth to a lot of the, I guess, not necessarily conspiracies, but a lot of people's I guess stories of thinking that these Labubu dolls are evil. Is there any truth to that, or this is just all speculations that people are creating? What are your thoughts with that? Also, we just saw some videos that I believe, I forgot the name, but these Labubu dolls resemble some sort of demon of some sort. Can you provide some feedback?
Absolutely. So on that whole Labubu doll question, honestly, a lot of these kinds of stories are mostly just rumors and speculation that people run with. Sometimes a toy or doll gets a reputation online and it kind of snowballs into these spooky or evil stories. But there's really no solid evidence that these dolls are actually anything more than just, well, dolls. So I'd say it's mostly just a bit of fun internet folklore. And hey, if Mr. Donnie Man's kids want one, it's probably just a toy like any other. But of course, if you want to play up for the stream and have a little fun with the spooky angle, that could be entertaining too. Let me know if you need anything else.
Is there a specific demon from the past that these Labubu dolls resemble?
So as far as I know, there's not really a specific historical demon that Labubu dolls are directly modeled after. It's more like a general creepy or slightly mischievous aesthetic that some people associate with folklore or spooky stories. Sometimes these kinds of dolls get compared to various mythical creatures or trickster spirits just because they have that slightly eerie vibe. But there's no well-documented demon from history that these dolls are specifically linked to. It's more of a modern internet rumor that kind of gives them that spooky reputation. So it's all pretty much just in good spooky fun.
Copy that. Cool. Thank you, chat.
You're totally welcome. Anytime. If anything else comes up, just let me know and I'll be here to help out.
So, like I said, yeah, I figured that was going to be the basic answer, that it was just going to be like a generic answer that there's no like proof out there of Labubu dolls actually being quite evil. And back to what my previous answer was, I think honestly it just has to do with the energy that you provide to it. So I think you might have to be buying a Labubu, and if something does happen, do let us know, and maybe you can come up and join us on one of these streams and let us know how that went. Hopefully not wishing you any negative energy over there, but yeah, let us know. Aside from that, I do want to know, I think one of the events here, and this is, if you guys have any other topics you guys want to bring up or anything like that, we can look it up right now. But something that I'm looking forward to, if you're in the San Diego area, is I'm really looking forward to going to Seaport Village. They have a boat parade. Let me see exactly when that is. So one of the reasons why I'm super excited for these type of events is because my dad passed away, but he used to take me to see the boat parade here in Seaport Village, and I know it's coming up. So boat parade, San Diego Seaport Village. Let's see when it starts. So here's the screen. Sponsor there for boat parade, San Diego Seaport Village, San Diego Parade of Lights. I think is that one. It might be this one. No, I don't think it's this one. Parade of Lights. Is it that one? Yeah, it might be this one. So December 14th and December 21st. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so December 14th. Oh shoot, is it this weekend? Yeah, I think it's gonna be this weekend. The 14th and December 21st. Huh, I didn't even know that. So this is something I'm very looking forward to. I just want to be able to provide the same type of like memories to my daughter. So if it is on the 14th or the 21st, that's something that I really need to make some time for. Man, it's like I said, time is passing by super fast that I thought there was still more time to make it to one of these things. Yeah, I'm trying to go. Cool. You're trying to go to this to the boat parade? Man, if you guys know any other things coming up for San Diego, do let me know. I think pretty soon we are going to be going to the Christmas Circle, and then there's this other street in. Let me see if I can find something. There's this other street Yeah. For this boat parade, it's only 2 days. Similar to it just happened. It was in Balboa Park. It was man, what was it called? It was called Balboa Park. Oh, December Nights. December Nights just passed, and I was like, we took my daughter to Big Bear, and we missed December Nights. I really wanted to make it out there. I heard it was super packed. But here, let me see if I can pull up the Christmas circle. If you guys are not familiar, I think if you're from San Diego, you're pretty familiar with the Christmas circle. I had to lower down the music for this, but check it out. And now there's another street that became super popular. So this is a Christmas circle here in Chula Vista. I think it's by 3rd Avenue, around that area. But I forgot the name of the street, but somewhere in where is it at? In East Lake, I think it's East Lake. I think it's called like Port Street. And they have something very similar to the Christmas circle that I even saw in one of the outside of the homes. They even had a Santa Claus. So yeah, these I'm very happy that people are doing these type of things for the kids. So yeah, this is Christmas circle. I think we're thinking of going one of these days into this one, and then going to the other one. It's in Port Street in East Lake, I believe. So let me see. I'm trying to go to Claremont Bidison High and somewhere in Santee. Oh, okay, yeah, Santee also has that block, or I think it's like a couple of blocks, couple of streets where they have a very nice decorated homes. We went to it like a couple years back ago, so for sure trying to make it into that. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as what I wanted to chat about. Just wanted to keep you guys updated on what happened this couple of days. So that's why I wasn't able to live stream. Also, I haven't posted a podcast on Wednesdays. And let me see. Bro, have you seen the Diddy documentary on Netflix? So no, I haven't. I haven't seen that, but it's becoming a super trending topic. How about this? You bring up a good point. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the documentary. I'll watch. How many episodes is there? But if you know, please do let me know. And have you watched it by any chance? So I'll watch the first episode. I might even watch an episode tonight, and maybe another one tomorrow, so I can get caught up, and maybe we can do a whole live stream talking about that. Yeah, that's a good one. So if I think a lot of people are, I know the only thing I do know about this documentary is that 50 Cent brought it out. Apparently, I think he's the one that like, I'm not sure if he produced it or not, but I know he's the one behind it. So a lot of people are giving him credit and all this stuff. But apparently in this documentary, it proves or showcases allegedly that he was involved with the unaliving of Tupac and Biggie, I believe. Okay, so it's 4 episodes, and I'm on the second. It's pretty wild. Okay, I heard something about the chain. They were talking about that he had a specific type of chain. I saw a TikTok that said, "Oh, have you seen Diddy's chain in the documentary?" That it was a very specific chain. But I'll watch the first episode. I'll watch it tonight. And maybe we can react to. Maybe we can have a segment about it tomorrow for the first episode, and then we'll just take it from there. Aside from the other topics, so we'll do that. So that's a good point. Man, thank you. I appreciate that. It's because there's so many things going on in the world that it's hard to keep up with everything, but I do want to watch it. I know it's kind of trending right now, so that's a good one for sure. So I'm gonna watch the first episode tonight. We'll touch on it tomorrow, and then we'll follow up on the next days on the other episodes, aside from the other video reactions we're gonna do. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, they say. Old Diddy's mom said it's not acupuncture and trying to sue for slander. It's not okay, so it's not accurate. Is that what you mean? Old Diddy's mom said it's not accurate. Oh, okay, so it's not accurate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can only believe so much, but I'm just interested on what the actual documentary is showcasing, and also I know there's actual footage of Diddy. What the heck? I just had a glitch. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, I'm very curious to see what. Yeah, accurate. Yeah, I'm just very. I was gonna say I'm very accurate. I'm just very curious what the documentary is about, just for the sake of it, and you can only come up with your own speculations from it, right? But yeah, so I'll watch the first episode tonight, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, and then I'll have also the other videos that I wanted to showcase today, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So tomorrow for sure, live at 8:30. Diddy for sure. Yeah, I have no doubt. That's my personal opinion, but from what I keep on hearing, I think there's some evidence there that Diddy for sure was involved one way or another. Plus, but then there's theories out there that they say that he's still alive. So who knows? But we'll look into that and we'll react to it, and maybe we can find some other theories out there of whether or not Tupac is still alive. But for sure, any final diebacks before we end this stream? Can't believe it's 15 days till freaking Christmas. It's freaking mind blowing, and yeah, insane. Passing by super fast. By the way, do you guys still give presents to like your loved ones, or like, let's say, relatives like your mom, your dad, your uncles, aunts, things like that? I feel like, at least for me, I think like we kind of stopped. One of the reasons why is many times we would give presents, and like, for instance, to my in-laws, right? We would give them presents, and then we would realize that a lot of these presents were not being used, and we were just like, man, we're just wasting money and stuff like that. So we just decided to stop giving presents. So this year we're just gonna be buying gifts for my daughter, which we already finished. I think we ordered everything online and everything arrived already. And for like my in-laws, I plan on, they don't watch this, so I plan on just printing out a couple of pictures of them with my daughter and just kind of giving those sentimental gifts, rather than actually spending like a good amount of money, because then it's money wasted, to be honest. And so I'll rather create memories than actually giving gifts like that. Never had. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't feel bad. Honestly, the whole Christmas thing, it shouldn't be about like gift giving, right? Bro gang. Nah, it's like I said, it's not about giving gifts. Honestly, Christmas should be. Plus, the real meaning of Christmas, it's not about the freaking gifts, right? It's about like, honestly, it's about like God and all that religious stuff, right? But with society, we have made it into this consumer base holiday, which it shouldn't. Let me see, Cynthia. I give favorite food and money. Hey, if you ever want to give me food, Cynthia, I'm more than welcome to take your food. I know you're good with mariscos. So, Secret Santa is fun for the white elephant. Yes. Okay. So that I forgot to mention. So Secret Santa, that's actually what we're going to be doing. So that's something that we implemented last year that I so much more prefer, and it makes it fun, and it's a game and things like that, right? You buy a gift for whatever X amount of money, right? $30-$50 or whatever the case is. Doesn't even have to be expensive. And then yeah, you just make a game out of it, and you guys, like, you're able to steal a gift from one another. Okay, so yeah, so I'm explaining the white elephant right now. So white elephant, you buy a gift. Everybody buys a gift of a specific amount of money, and then now everybody places the gift, let's say in the center, in the middle of a table. Then one person goes, picks out a gift, they open it, and then so the next person, whoever saw that gift, if they like that gift, they're able to steal that gift. So now the person that got stolen that gift, they pick out another gift. So it's a domino effect. But ultimately, you open up a gift, the other person has a chance to steal your gift, but then you can steal that gift, and ultimately, it's you just have a good time having this game. But I think it's an easier way to not having to worry about buying a gift for a specific person, and it just becomes a game. But yeah, that's something we implemented about 2 years ago, a white elephant. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So white elephant, I'm glad you brought that up, Cynthia. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. So not a Secret Santa, but a white elephant. Yep, for sure. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about the first episode of the documentary of Diddy, first episode, and then I have a couple of videos I want to talk about, and then I think we're going to be having a guest on. I think Jesse is going to join us, and then I'll give an update for the upcoming live streams. I'm going to try my best to come on live. But like I mentioned, the beginning of the video has been more of a struggle. I thought I was going to be creating so much more content from coming on the live every single day, but it's been the total opposite, because I spent every day, like now, let's say an hour talking and being on live stream, that now I'd have that time during the week to create content for the recurring days. So I'm backtracked. In case you're curious, so there's a website that you can at one point hire a VA, and you hire a VA that you can this person can be clipping for you. They can be creating reels and TikToks for you. They'll organize all your content. There's so many people out there that are so talented that are looking for jobs. Honestly, I don't have too much of funds, but I already spent on one editor, but I just want to find the missing link. That at one point, my ultimate goal here with the content is that I can just post my stream and they can take care of all the post-production. So hopefully that's my near future goal, that we can get to that point. But yeah. So, all right, with that being said, if there's no final diebacks, I just want to say thank you to every single person that took the time to join in. I was just yapping for the most part. So thank you to Julie Cakes, to Cynthia, to Mr. Dondyman, to Mr. Hamster. And if you're watching this after we go live, thank you. If there's any further comments you guys want to drop, if you're watching this after the live stream, please do let me know of any other video ideas or topics for the next live streams. I'm going to try my best to go live every single day, as mentioned. So freaking grateful for all of you guys that join in whenever you guys have the chance. So thank you. You guys are making all of this freaking a reality. And yeah, I'm not going to forget the beginning core group of these streams. So thank you. Yes, sir. See you tomorrow, brother. Cool. All right. With that being said, till next time, and you guys have a good night. Oh, shit. I'm trying to end this.